Well, with me now is Professor Edward Blakely, a former White House staffer to both Republican and Democratic presidents. Thank you very much for coming in. What do you make of it all?
This is deja vu. I was in the Nixon administration, and it sounds the same. I guess the biggest difference here is we really saw this one coming. Comey set himself up with that testimony. He was erratic. And what do you do if you're president? You don't know what this man's going to do next. What he did to Clinton, he could do to me. Now, with ongoing investigations, they continue. There's going to have to be someone acting. But the FBI is a very big and deep organization, and so is the Central Intelligence Agency. These investigations will continue. The difference here is that the investigators took over in that investigation and ran an investigation with the FBI teams. What's going to happen now?
Why now? Why did President Trump do this today?
Well, I don't know if he thought about doing it today, but he certainly thought about doing it. And last week, things started becoming a little unstable for him because he has a person out there who might testify before Congress. There was a guy who was arrested in Spain. There are a lot of things coming together. And what would Comey do? He didn't know, and he couldn't trust his judgment. So he really had to do something right now before it started unraveling. And another thing you have to understand is that the FBI is a big organization. It looked like he was not in control of that organization. And the president needs someone in control of that organization if he is to survive.
Now, you say that the investigation will continue. I'm going to read you a tweet from the former Attorney General Eric Holder, who tweeted in the wake of these events in Washington today. He said to the career men and women at the Department of Justice and FBI, "You know what the job entails and how to do it. Be strong and unafraid, honour country." Will the FBI feel under pressure or be nobbled now as a consequence of these events?
Well, I think whenever the head of any organization is fired, this organization, it sends chills through the organization. But it also releases some people who may have been waiting for Comey, and they will step forward. The big difference here is there's a congressional investigation going already. There wasn't in Nixon's case. That was coming. This one is underway. So some things are happening. Some leaks are making the president very nervous.
So what is known about this investigation already?
Well, we know that there has been someone in contact with the Russians. Who that is, we're not certain. But we also know if there's any coordination in the campaign, the president doesn't have to be involved. But if he knew about it, the question was, well, what did Nixon know and when did he know it?
And so if information pertaining to that is discovered, what happens then?
It'll go to the Congress. Comey really set the bar high there. He went to the Congress during a presidential election. So the Congress is already alert to this. This will go directly to the Congress. And I dare say, I think there'll be some bipartisan investigation going on because the Congress sees the nation at stake here.
Now, later on today, Wednesday, US time, President Trump is due to meet in the White House the Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. What do you think the American people are to make of this?
Well, I think that may be coincidental, but they certainly won't be discussing this issue. There are too many ears around. But think of the deep throat here. The FBI is a deep organization. They have a lot of information. They can gather a lot of information. 2 or 3 people high up in that organization can start sending that information to whomever they please. And you don't need to meet in a garage anymore, not with electronic devices. So I really think there's no one at home at the FBI, and this was the message that was coming from Holder. Some of you know things. Be strong. Tell them. Now, someone has to capture that. and it looks like it's going to be the Congress.
Professor Edward Blakely, we appreciate you coming in to talk to us tonight.
Thank you.